Oh my fucking god. That was great. I am not very happy tonight. Got our asses kicked. I don't care if it was a 10-point score. Of course. The Chiefs are going to get, their calls, their helpful NFL calls, and that's just going to be all I'll say about that. But regardless of what happened, we didn't play well enough to win. Purdy had a really bad game. I'm going to come out and say it. It wasn't, it was most likely, had the two interceptions not happen, a totally different ball game, but it happened. So it's all right. Got to move on. And, lost another player we just signed. So Brandon Ayuk, most likely out for the season. I don't see him coming back. Injury looked horrible. Go look up the video if you haven't seen it. Probably an ACL tear. Wouldn't be surprised if it was both. It looked really bad. So, the team started off good on the defensive side. Both teams were playing great on defense. However, we just got outplayed, outperformed, and, they're going to get their calls, like I said, but we can't make mistakes like that, throwing the ball away twice. It sucks. And not to mention, once we lost momentum, the line couldn't hold for Purdy either. So that was another thing where we weren't having that problem. I'll say probably first quarter, and then second and third, just we had that problem the whole time. And even in the fourth, we just couldn't finish. We had plenty of opportunities to get this game ahead, and just didn't happen. Unfortunate. Gonna have to look for a receiver now. Too many young guys out there, and not enough receiving core due to injury. This is feeling like a cursed season, if I'm being honest with you. Plenty of talent. On paper, you would think this team's undefeated as well, just based on the players that sit on the roster. However, hasn't been that way. Most injury, I guarantee you we're the worst team with injuries this year. So I wouldn't be surprised. Probably got to look up that stat, but I'm not surprised if we're sitting at the top of that when it comes to injuries. And, we're going to get McCaffrey back, and that's going to be good, but we have so many issues to address. Defense needs more people due to injury. So I don't know what our organization's going to do. I don't know what John Lynch is cooking up, but hopefully he's stirring the pot right, because we need reinforcements like tomorrow, like yesterday. I mean, it's horrible. And, I'll also say this, Kyle Shanahan against the Chiefs, I don't know. Some of the play calling is just questionable. I'm not saying I don't trust my coach. I'm just saying there were times where it made no sense to run the ball, but I get where the line wasn't holding up. Or you just come out with a different game plan, have Purdy roll out of the pocket a little bit more, because when he was stepping back to pass, they were back there too quick. I know he was having an off game, but it just didn't feel good from, after getting out of the first quarter, and from then on, you could just see that the defense is only going to hold up for so long. They played pretty well. This is more of an hurtful offensive performance due to a bad game by the quarterback, and also just injury. We can't expect our rookies to overperform when they're just getting back, or they're barely played actual passes in the NFL. It's just not realistic. So I really think we need to go after Hopkins. He's on Tennessee. There's no reason why they need him. They're not having a good year anyway. But we were here, and we're traditionally a slow starting team. We've had this record twice and ended up in the NFC. So we just have to figure out a way to get out of this slump, and it's unfortunate that it's happened the way it has and our season's been the way it's been. But it's just rough. We got to get out of this, and man, somebody please beat the Chiefs. I'm so tired of seeing it. And that I got to comment on this too. I cannot believe I saw freaking Patrick Mahomes getting pulled up by the ref. Like, I've never seen that once in the NFL. In my 27 years of living, I've never seen a ref pull a player up off the ground and get him up, tap him on the back. Just crazy. But yeah, horrible loss. Hopefully we get back to it. And, I think we play the Cowboys next, if I'm certain. And we need reinforcements. I don't know what else to say. This is just, it sucks. It really does. I can't believe our record is the way it is, but when you look at the injuries, it just makes sense. So hopefully we can get everything figured out and turn this thing around, because we can't really fuck up that much more. We got about 2 or 3 games to rebound, and if we don't do that, we are having a cursed year. So, gotta hope everything's good, and, pray for Ayuk. Hope that injury ain't what it is, but we need replacements now, so let's get them. John Lynch, make some magic, please. Peace, guys.